right, testing 1 2. I think I'm slightly copying the Candace Owens setup, but I have no cool stickers on my laptop. It's just the Apple logo. So bear with me. And I've got the infamous Hongdae guy jacket. If you know about those TikToks. But yeah, actually, let me check my notes. I've forgotten what I've been talking about. All right, so I've seen a new trend in the looks maxing community, where it's basically people that shave their hair, so like a buzz cut or bold or whatever, like Marlon or whatever his name is, versus people that grow out their hair, like Mikami from Death Note, or Jesus, because he's a prime example of a person with long hair. I think, and this is my strict opinion, you should definitely grow out your hair. It is a signal of strength, and if you cut it, you look weird and unapproachable. That's my strict opinion. I'm not saying that people like Marlon can pull it off. They definitely can, because they have gifted features. But genuinely, it looks like on the average person, on the average Joe. My name is Joe. On the average Joe, it just does not look good. It looks like you're about to box someone. You look like you're about to go into a boxing match, fucking square up, boom, 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 boom. Shouldn't actually do too much sounds, because I'm worried about the pop sound effects, and I don't have a pop filter yet. I'm kind of poor. That's why I can't afford the fucking stickers like Candace Owens. So yeah, the long hair is the way to go. I'm gonna be growing out my hair. I know I have like short hair at the moment, but I'm gonna be growing out my hair. This is just the Brian Moser haircut. So, all right, what's next on our list to talk about? Having clear skin is a myth. Yeah, having clear skin is definitely a myth. I've seen it on TikTok. They have like filters and like just frauding. It's all frauding. I mean, if you go to Korea and you have some like procedures done and to get like clear skin, or like glass skin as they say it in Korea, I think that's fair. But I think to a certain extent, when you have clear skin, like really like perfectly clear skin, to a certain extent you have done surgeries or something. You've spent a lot of money to get that result, or you're just genetically blessed, which not a lot of us are. A lot of us like really like struggle with hormones and like inflammation, like I do. I struggle with inflammation all the time, and I will tell you, like the number one the most horrible thing is inflammation, dude. When you have like red spots, like it's not even having like zits, because zits you can kind of cover up, or it's like kind of like blends in with your skin tone, like depending on which skin tone you have. So if you're like me, if it's just a zit, it can like kind of blend in. You can kind of hide it. If you're like far away from the camera or like whoever you're speaking to, having clear skin is definitely something of the myth. It's very mythological. Just focus on just lowering inflammation, and just not really doing too much like stressful things. Like, 'cause if you like do stressful things, you get these like marks on like your like wrinkles. Like anger wrinkles. I don't know the technical term for it. I'm not really that deep into it, but if you have like stress wrinkles, I guess it is definitely something to look into, to like lower your cortisol or whatever Clav says. Yeah, that's definitely something to look into. Just lower your cortisol. Don't be a negative Nancy all the time. That's my biggest advice to everybody. Don't be a negative Nancy. Another thing that I will say that is good for skin is honey. Honey is very, very, very underrated, I think, and it never goes off. It never goes off. Honey is the best thing for your skin, I think. Honey and water. If you just drink that. Don't listen to TikTokers saying like avocado or whatever. Don't listen to that. Okay, that might work in like rare cases, but the thing I've known is just water. Not like unadulterated water. Okay, get unadulterated water and unadulterated raw honey. All right, what's next?
Talk about your jacket under your... Okay, yeah, skip it.
All right, height. We're gonna get into height now, because height is a definite. It matters. It definitely matters, but not to the extent where it will decide who you're with. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're looking for like a relationship. I think height is definitely an important subject, but not to the extent where you'll lose out. you're not as tall as, like, let's say, like 6 foot and above, 6 foot and above, 6 foot and above, 6 foot and above. Let's actually debunk that first of all. The 6 foot and above is a myth. Okay, the 6 foot and above thing is something women. I'm gonna go on this like incel rant. The 6 foot and above thing is something women spew to make men feel insecure and to lock themselves up, to not come out, to not even bother with dating. And they're literally just breeding incels. It's a power trip. Women do it all the time. Height does not matter, and I'll say height matters to an extent. Obviously, there's not a single thing in the world that does not matter. Something matters, like, to an extent, but only to a small extent. So let me actually touch on that for a minute. Height only matters when you are significantly taller than the woman. Okay, so let's say you get like a really short woman, like for like 5 foot to like 5'3", then you can kind of be on like the 5'6" to 5'10" range, which is average, average and like above average. But I'm just saying, like, this is purely like the reality of it. I'm not trying to like sugarcoat anything. This is the reality of it. Okay, you're gonna have to be, and some girls can say, oh, but we like short kings. We can, like, good for you. You can give the short guys confidence. I'm saying, as a short guy myself, I'm like 5'8", 5'9", on a good day. I'm telling you, as a short guy myself, I'm like above average. I'm like 5'7" is the average or something. I don't know what the average is in the UK. I'm gonna have to look that up. Actually, I'll do that right now. Well, okay, so the average height is like somewhere in between that, but you get the gist of it. So coming from a short guy, I know the reality of it. I know the reality of incels, and I know the reality of short kings, and I'm telling you. And the word manlet, I've been seeing the word manlet being thrown around. Do not listen to people that call you a manlet, okay? You're only a manlet if you let your height decide how you act, and you let your height decide how you're going to be perceived by other people, and like women. Well, mainly women, because it's the dating farm, okay? Just don't worry about it. Just focus on things that actually matter, and upgrade your other. My mind's gone blank. Shit. Bear with me. I just said I'm trying not to do the what else? Okay. So white people with pale complexions should embrace it, and whatever people say about tanning to look healthier and just propaganding it, or just propagandizing it. Wait, let me read this again. I've got a whole script here, right?
Talk about white people who have naturally pale complexions, who should embrace it, and whatever people say about tanning to look healthier are just propagandizing you because they are threatened by white people who are proud to be white, who embrace their complexion, signifying their heritage.
That's true. That's insanely true. And a lot of people will pretend that it's not true because they feel like, oh, you're just being a neo-Nazi, you're just being a fascist, which both of those words have lost their meanings anyways. Let me fix my camera. Hold on. Both of those words have lost their meanings anyway, so we don't even know the definition of those words. But let me say the truth, right? So if you are white, like me, I'm fully white. I'm like English, Asian, like Chinese, and Irish, right? So I'm not fully white, obviously. You can see it in my eyes. I got blue eyes. I got pale complexion. I would never ever try and do what Clav does and like do like the skin darkening thing, or like a fucking whatever, like tanning. He like takes like supplements to like get like a tanning. I don't even know how that's done. Like I would never inject myself with needles. If you are born pale, you have won the lottery. If you are born pale, you have the chance to really get in contrast. And let me explain how important contrast is.
I didn't do that for months. I didn't drop a bomb on Paris.
Even as someone who like embraces the vampire aesthetic, don't let people fearmonger you. And that's the message of it. Like it's not an aesthetic purpose that I'm trying to graft in on. I'm purely saying, hey, be proud. If you're white, Embrace it. Don't let people say, "Hey, let's try out this tanning thing."
Let's go in and let's do this tanning bed. let's go in Jersey Shore. Kim Kardashian. let's watch Love Island.
Who the fuck watches Love Island anyways? Who the hell watches Love Island anyways? I'm getting a bit too egregious. Hold on. Also, one more thing that I have to, just address. My accent. I fake my accent. I fake my accent. I fake an American accent because I'm trying to, well, not trying to, but trying very hard to distance myself from being British. And I know how that sounds. I've just spent like an hour talking about embracing your culture and everything. But here I am trying to be American, right? My point is that in these few couple of months, I've seen the UK kind of fall apart. So that's the real reason. And I don't really like the British accent anyways. I mean, I know we created the language I'm speaking, but I'm just not really feeling it. And I've been very good at doing the American accent for a while now, so I feel like if I want to do the American accent, I can. I'm just going to ignore the comments. I know I'm, addressing the comments, but, at a certain point. So yeah, just to celebrate my comeback to YouTube, I'm going to be doing some GTA videos. How about that? How about I stream GTA videos or stream Doki Doki Literature Club? Because Doki Doki is actually my favorite game, and I've never told anyone that. But Doki Doki is actually my favorite game, and I'm one of those anime dudes. I'm gonna be doing anime reviews. I'm one of those I'm one of those guys that watches anime all the time. And I'm just one of those guys. Not the Jujutsu Kaisen guys though. I differentiate myself from the Jujutsu Kaisen people. I'm not. No, that's not me. I'm a different type of weird. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching my video and listen to me rant, because that's all I do on YouTube is just rant. So if you want to see more different videos, let me know. If you don't like to hear me rant, I'll do different videos. Just let me know in the comments. Peace.
Double days down the road. Bitch, I'm the king of the coast.